lots of interesting things with Star Wars. So they've had this Project Luminosity that's been a secret thing for a while.
I thought it was Luminous.
Yeah, Luminous. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Project Luminous that that has been around for a while. We don't know what it. We didn't know what it was. Didn't know what it entailed. Whatever. And here's the thing: there's all these reports that they were supposed to announce what the next movie was going to be
Yeah.
on Monday,
Yeah.
and
But the people that like did it said, don't expect a video game, don't expect a movie, don't expect like
yeah,
these different things.
so we didn't get any movie news about what the next movie is. But we got this whole thing about Star Wars: The High Republic, starring a character from South Park named Towelie. Because he's only going to get a little high. He's a little high Republic. No, just kidding. He is. He's not in the movie either.
I wouldn't give that dude a saber.
But isn't it? I thought it was supposed to be a
All
spin-off.
with a lightsaber.
I thought it was supposed to be a spin-off from like a Mace Windu story and the Kylo Ren comics recently.
No, this is set like 200 or 300 years before Phantom Menace.
So, wait, how many years?
Like 200 or 300 years before
Oh,
Phantom
100,
Menace.
okay.
Yeah.
So it'll be between Knights of the Republic and Phantom Menace.
Well, yeah.
Because Knights of the Republic is 1,000.
Yeah. So this is interesting to me, only in the fact because here's the thing. I'm just going to be honest with you. I know that there are people who really love Old Republic stuff. They love that stuff, and that's fine. That's great. I totally get it. I don't have a problem with that. It's just never done anything for me. I like Darth Revan. I like his story, and I like that. And it's not that I don't want to see what came before, what happened before, or whatever.
Malgus is my favorite.
But here's the thing. It doesn't feel like they're going to be telling the stories that we want to hear.
Yeah.
They're making up completely new characters
Yeah.
that we have no attachment to whatsoever, and that could either be really good.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, look at Rebels. Rebels came out. None of us cared about Rebels when it first came out. By the time Rebels was done, like, we had
3
total...
seasons later,
Yeah,
it was like everyone's favorite.
right. We had total investment in it. So it could be good. I want to make sure that you guys understand that I'm
Yeah.
not being negative about this, because I'm not. Because I love Star Wars, and I'm sure it's going to be good. But they're making up new villains for this. So, because I heard somebody say, well, yeah, wouldn't it be cool if we saw Darth Revan, if we saw, like Darth Bane and all these, different, Darths and stuff. Malgus and
Darths.
yeah,
Malik.
Malik and all. But we're not going to see that probably, because that's not what this is.
Yeah, that's like 600,
Well,
700 years later.
But see, it doesn't have to be, because nothing in Old Republic is canon anymore.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be. All their tagline is that it's going to be Jedi Knights fighting. We got a picture of a
Yeah.
Wookiee Jedi, right? And it looks like a book or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Because Old Republic was the beginning.
Yeah, Caleb says it's taking place 200 years before Episode 1. Yep, the event
Okay.
follows the Jedi Order as they police the outer reaches of the Republic, aka the Outer Rim, as Knights of the Round Table, kind of Texas Rangers fighting style. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I've been like getting the books recently. The only one I think I don't have is Thrawn Alliances.
Yeah.
I think that's the only book I'm missing right now.
So, but these books and all these
Yeah.
things are like completely new stories, completely new characters. They're doing children's stuff. They're doing young adult stuff. We don't know what any of this stuff is actually going to look like when it's all said and done. It's just coming. It's coming in August, 2020.
Soon.
Yeah, it's going to start that. Now, here's a positive thing. Now, they really didn't give us any information about it.
No.
They really they showed a little vignette thing of a video of a writer's room where basically there was a bunch of writers who got together and they were like, we had a clean slate and we could do anything we wanted to do with Star Wars, and everybody had a different idea about what Star Wars should be, and so we all just started throwing out ideas, and you could literally see them. They got a board, they got a whiteboard, and they're like throwing out ideas about what Star Wars is and stuff, and like part of that's like, well, cool, you got all these people working on Star Wars, and the other part's like, really? That's how you're coming up with your next Star Wars idea? Like
Because
somebody
you
didn't
can
come
do
in and go,
anything.
guys, we've got this awesome Star Wars idea. We've got to do this. No, it's like, what did you think of Star Wars? Okay, let's write stuff. It's like a business meeting, seminar kind of thing. What did you think of Star Wars, Tiffany? What are some things that you pulled out of it? Okay, let's write that down. We're going to come back to that later.
Yeah.
And we're going to put that in the parking lot over here, and we'll draw it back around to it.
Yeah. My only hope with that is that they don't just completely like crap on Knights of the Republic. That's the
Yes.
best way I can put it right now.
Yep.
Because Knights of the Republic pretty much what got everybody into it is it's the beginning of the Jedi and the Sith. That was like the beginning of it. So I'm hoping that this doesn't like completely just terminate that. That's my only hope.
So, well, yeah, and so Caleb goes on they're against a villain called the Nil, right? And so a group of space Vikings whose motto is, "You can't take it with you, but we can take it from you." That's all we know. That's all.
like Spaceballs.
But so here's a positive though. Here's a positive thing I will say about it, because one of those writers in that writers' room, Claudia Gray. Claudia Gray wrote Lost Stars. Lost Stars is probably one of the best expanded universe Star Wars stories ever. And why? Because she grounded it in the universe of the original trilogy and a little bit beyond, with the final battle being in Jakku.
Didn't you also write a Leia book?
Yep, she wrote Leia. She has proven that she gets Star Wars, right? And so I like that. My only concern is right now is all this talk of like, oh, we're moving outside of the Skywalker saga. Like we're not like we're just gonna forget the Skywalker saga. I get it. People are there's gonna be people who absolutely love it just because of the timeline, right? And that's fine.
Yeah.
For me, I want to see something that anchors me a little bit to Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And what makes this Star Wars? Like, will Yoda be in it?
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Will Yoda have a presence? Because if Yoda's in it,
And which Yoda?
Well, he would be 400.
yeah,
400.
yeah. So he'd be younger.
Yeah.
You know, I would like to see that.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to
a
get
little bit more in Yoda's species.
Yeah, I mean, you know, will we see some of those Jedi? I feel like I need that.
Yeah. Because by Phantom Menace, we only know of Yoda and Yaddle. We don't know of any other person from that species until Mandalorian.
Well, and that's the thing is, Mandalorian has done as well as it has because it has just enough connection to things that we've seen before.
Yeah.
It has a connection to Clone Wars. It has a connection to the original trilogy. It has a connection to Rebels. You know, we got the Darksaber. You got a bunch of Mandalorians running around. Come on, right? I mean, you got, so they look like Boba Fett.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? But I get it, right? And you know,
but you still have the anchor that ties you to Star Wars.
You have the child, which everybody's been calling Baby Yoda now for a few months. You know that even though it's not Yoda.
And Jon Favreau said next season we get more information on.
Yeah,
Baby
so
Yoda.
there's all these and we went to Tatooine, which some people were ticked about, but you go to Tatooine and you got to see Mos Eisley again, right? You know, there's all these connections. That's what I'm saying with this, and it doesn't appear that they're doing a movie. It doesn't appear that they're doing a TV series. So it looks like it's going to be books, comic books, young readers, and stuff like that. So I don't know how much of like they're acting like this is going to change the face of Star Wars. But I'm a little concerned that this is not going to be what people think it is. That it's not going to be this big, huge change. Because
this is centuries before Phantom Menace.
Yeah, I feel like there may be a few books that you guys like and read, and maybe a comic book, but I don't know what else you're going to get. You did, Darth Tasty. You came in at just the right time. We're talking Star Wars. Caleb says, I'm actually looking forward to not having ties to the main saga. It really opens up the universe to all new things, and that is really exciting to me. Darth Tasty says, I really think that the books are going to lead into a movie.
Yeah.
That's great. It's speculation, though, at this point, because...
We just got it announced yesterday.
Yeah, so...
About 24 hours ago.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think if it does, it's going to take a while. They're going to have to build up those characters and make people care about them.
Yeah.
But I think, though, that once people see that this is probably doesn't have anything to do with Old Republic stuff...
Yeah, and pretty much the only tie that we technically have to Star Wars is a Wookiee, which is right on the cover.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only tie we have right now that we know of.
I mean, unless it's Chewie.
Yeah.
It could be Chewie.
Yeah.
Chewie, well, it's a couple of 100 years old, I guess. Maybe not. Well, he's
Oh,
400. Was he 400?
By the time of...
By the time of
Episode 5.
episode 6, I think. He's like 400 and something years old.
So he'd be...
Or is he 2 something? I can't remember how
I
old.
was gonna say, if he was 400, then he'd be... By the time this book started, he'd be about just under 200.
Well, if it's 200 years before, he'd be about 200.
We have Phantom Menace to episode 6 is about 40 years. 1 to 6. I remember correctly.
Trey says, speaking of rebels, there is a picture for the High Republic showing all of the Jedi, and there's a Loth Wolf next to them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, give us some of those connections. That's
Darth,
that's what I need.
Darth Tasty
Yeah.
said Chewie's only a couple hundred years old. I believe
Okay.
he's too young.
Yeah, he might be.
Yeah.
Like I said, I get it. You know, Caleb, I get it. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
me
people.
too.
There's a lot of people who really just want to move on.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that, but it's almost like at the same time, it's like if you have something going that far back, you gotta have a Skywalker tie.
I don't even think you have to have a Skywalker tie. I'm not saying that the Skywalker family, but you
I
have to have.
Skywalker tie.
Yeah, I got a Skywalker tie. I got a couple.
I made a lightsaber that had a Rancor tooth. He fought a Rancor, therefore I'm a Jedi. I am a Skywalker.
You heard her speak.
Nice.
She has spoken.
Very
But-
well, but it did.
I just feel that it has to have some ties to make it feel like Star Wars.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you can just throw a bunch of characters at us and in a bunch of books, because here's the reality.
Jim Carrey.
Most fans honestly are not going to read that stuff.
Yeah, because like the Timothy Zahn trilogy, we had Luke, we had Han, we had Leia.
Well, and here's the thing. We had all those things like in what is Legends now. And I talk to people all the time and they're like, "Wait a second. Han and Leia had twins? They had what? They had kids? Luke married a woman and had a son? Huh? Like, they don't know any of that stuff
Yeah.
happened, and that stuff's been around for 30 years. People just they're not going to read this stuff because they're only going to see the stuff that's in the movies and on Disney Plus.
Darth
Yeah.
said, he just looked it up, 238 is how old.
Oh, okay. Chewie is.
So
Yeah.
he would be born just after this book.
Yeah, he'd be born just after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, so I'm just trying to be realistic, because I think that a lot of people are like really excited about it because they're like, "Oh, this is cool. We're going to get all this stuff about it." But I'm just not sure that we're going to get all the things that people think. I think that it might be a lot more limited than what everybody is really looking at. That if it's not a movie, most of the people who like Star Wars or know anything about Star Wars aren't going to see it.
Yeah.
If it's not on Disney Plus and a series, most people aren't going to see it and know what it is. So
especially if they don't advertise on stuff like this that everybody sees all the time.
books are great. Books are great. I love books. I got a whole shelf of Star Wars books right over here, right? That's filled with Star Wars
Would that be
Legends
more
books.
warm?
But it's a treasure
Has an
trove of
archive.
knowledge that I have about Star Wars. They got erased, but it's a treasure trove of knowledge that I have that I am able to talk to people about. But a lot of people that I know don't know anything about that stuff.
Because like me, I'm starting to collect like the new stuff, like the stuff that's either now Legends or like the new books coming out. Like I have Thrawn, I have Lost Stars, I have the Legends trilogy for Timothy Zahn.
Yeah. As far as VPNs go, I don't think a VPN is like a physical thing that you buy. Isn't
Yeah.
it like? Isn't it?
It's an app that you buy.
It's like an app. Yeah.
So if it's on your computer, you have to install it
As a
somewhere on your-
program
as a
or
program, and then if you do it from your phone, you have to buy it through the app.
Yeah. So go and check out ExpressVPN.
Yeah.
ExpressVPN. That seems to be the best. That seems to be the most the most known, and a lot of people use it. Most popular. And then it's like it works like a app, like you said, or like a program on your computer, depending upon if you're Apple or PC based, and
Yeah.
you can pretty much start using it right away. Once you figure out how
Trey
it works.
said we could also get Darth Plagueis. I can't read my eyes.
I would love that.
I can't
Yes.
read it because of my
So we
eyes.
can also get
My
Darth
glasses.
Plagueis during the High Republic,
That's
because
Me
the
too.
race he is in,
No,
Legends
never
is a moon. They live for a very long time, but I don't know if they will go for that in canon. So
Yeah.
you bring up a good point here, because here's the thing. In Legends, he's immune.
Yeah.
They have not established that Darth Plagueis is definitely and definitively immune.
Yeah, all we know is from what Darth Sidious says in the movies at this point.
Yeah.
Now that book's legend.
And hey, I read Plagueis, Darth Plagueis. I got it right over there. I'm looking at it right now. Darth Plagueis was a great book. I loved what they did with it and how they explained it. none of that stuff is canon anymore.
Yeah. So now all we have is
They could canonize it at some point.
Yeah. So now all we have right now is just the prequels from what we
Yeah,
have.
but I would love to see Darth Plagueis. I'd love to see that. I mean, if they did that, that's what I'm talking about, though, right? It doesn't have to be Luke. It doesn't have to be Anakin. It doesn't have to be that stuff, right? But something that Star Wars fans can go, hey, that's a connection point there for me to get in. But like I said, is it really going to matter if? Well, I'll tell you what. If they bring in Darth Plagueis, I'm definitely going to like go out and buy that and read that, right? But like I'm gonna actually kind of bide my time with it a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna like get all giddy about it right now. Yes. Same way. I never got into the EU. I know about Mara Jade and the Solo Twins until Disney wiped it away. My EU is Lost Stars, Rebels, and Leia books. That's fine. Mara Jade though is one of the best things that ever happens. There's more here. Hold on a second. And I'm hyped for the High Republic. That's awesome, man. You know, like I don't have anything against that. I will say this: Mara Jade is awesome. That's my stuff because it's stuff that had to do with what happened after Return of the Jedi and set up a whole new world. And
to quote Aladdin.
Yeah, to quote Aladdin, I love that. Darth Tasty says, I don't know if you saw my previous comment, but Yoda and Yaddle in it as well.
The High Republic?
In the High Republic, yeah. And then said Plagueis was awesome. Yeah, so Darth Tasty, we talked about that a little bit. You may have been before you came in. But we talked a little bit about that, about Yoda and Yaddle, and like that would be another thing. Like if Yoda and Yaddle, if Yoda's in it, there's that connection point, right? That's the kind of connection points I'm talking. Like, I just don't think that you can start a whole new thing and just say, this is what Star Wars is going to be now.
Yeah. Or this is what led to Star Wars.
Yeah. Just by throwing a bunch of writers in a room and saying, hey, come up with something. And like, this is what your Star Wars is going to look like now. Because I think that even if they make something great, like look at Rebels. Rebels was put together by Dave Filoni, right? And Rebels was phenomenal. And like we said before, we actually cared about those characters by the end of it. We loved those characters by the end of it, right? We wanted more of those characters by the end of it. But even Rebels had connection parts to the Star Wars we love and know. You know, through Darth Vader was in it.
Vader, Thrawn.
Yeah. Vader, Thrawn. Love it. All right, I'm going to straighten this a little bit. But hey, guys, thanks for joining us tonight, as always. We love watching stuff with you. Don't forget, this Friday we will be watching the next episode of Clone Wars. And so did you... Whoa! Get to watch the replay of that. Holy cow. Did you watch Clone Wars?
No, with that series, I think I'm going to pull up Supergirl with that and rewatch it from the beginning.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about it, because I was talking to my friends about it on Monday, because they asked if I saw it and said, no, I haven't watched the new season yet. We said, yeah, because he remembered like when he was younger, watching it from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, I kind of did the same thing, so I don't remember as much from it. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to kind of rewatch it again and then catch up to the most current season.
Follow us on social media and you know, leave a post and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys? Well, until next time, thanks for joining us. We always love it. And we love having conversations with all of you. Until next time, I'm Enash, a.k.a. Enash Fett, along with the lovely...
Tiff-tastic.
And...
Isaac Juan Kenobi.
And Harley Quinn. And...
Wookie Bear.
Wookie. Hey, are you going to be a Jedi?
Yeah.
There you go, guys. All right, we will see you next time. Stay nerdy. Hey, guys, if you made it this far in the video, you are awesome. Thank you guys so much for your support. Please smash that like button and, of course, subscribe. And also, hit that notifications bell so that you are aware when we put out new videos, which is like all the time. Thanks for being a part of the Poindexter Lounge, and we'll see you next time.